motion practical is another part of the motion element of forces and motion for physics. You need to be able to investigate the motion of all everyday objects acting on a ramp with friction acting on it. The first method which you need to know is when you change the surface of the ramp. So as you can see in the diagram, we've got this ramp and the trolley, which can be changed for any object, a stopwatch, and weights acting on a pulley. I'll talk more about how you could use this method or others in due course. So the first thing you want to do is place 2 clamp stands in order to create this ramp with bosses on each end, which are at different heights, but making a horizontal line for the ramp to be sat on. Then you want to place the ramp onto the bosses and put the toy car or the trolley at the top of the ramp. Once you've done that, you want to release the toy car and start the stopwatch, and once it reaches the end, you stop the timer and record the time. Then you repeat the experiment on this particular surface 3 times, and then you take an average as would be sufficient for reliability. Then you just repeat this experiment, but with different surfaces. So suggested materials include wood, carpet, MDF, vinyl, etc. Just choose a range of rough and smooth surfaces so you have an accurate experiment. If you want to change the mass, then you do the same steps as before in option 1, but instead of changing the surface, you just repeat the experiment with different masses. So in this particular method, this diagram is more accurate. We're changing the weight, which is between 100 grams and 1 kilogram masses, and we repeat each experiment 3 times. You might also see a diagram in an exam which has a ticker tape timer. So when the pin is moving, when the paper is moving, when the trolley is moving, it will create buttons on the paper, which you can see on the tape. Above, you will see that it says 50 dots punched on the tape each second, and this is an indication of how fast the trolley is travelling. So a model conclusion which you might see is that with rougher surfaces there was more friction present and it takes longer for the toy car to move down the ramp. But as we add more mass, the car becomes slower. As more mass creates more friction, and then this presses down on the surface more.